All right, let's jump right in. Today we're talking about a massive shift in how global trade works. The old rulebook for supply chains, it's basically been thrown out the window. And that's forcing everyone to find new ways to adapt to a world that's, well, a lot less predictable. We're going to look at one potential solution that's emerging from a pretty strategic place, Pakistan. And this quote right here, it just nails the problem perfectly, doesn't it? If you manage a supply chain, you know this feeling. The whole conversation has changed. It's not just about the product or the price anymore. The real question, the one that keeps people up at night, is about reliability. Who can you actually count on to get the job done? Okay, so let's get into our first section. And this is so important to grasp. What's happening right now isn't just a temporary hiccup. We're talking about deep, fundamental changes that are here to stay. This is the new normal. And look at how all these challenges are piling on top of each other. It's like a perfect storm. You've got conflicts making old supply routes unstable. At the same time, you have rebuilding efforts that are creating this huge demand for materials. Then, throw in climate change messing with farming and extreme weather shutting down ports. You can see pretty quickly why having all your eggs in one basket with a single supplier is becoming a massive gamble.
So what happens when you throw all that disruption into the mix? Well, it completely flips everyone's priorities. And that brings us to our next big point. The most important question buyers are asking today has totally changed.
And this slide just lays it out so clearly. It used to be all about the specs, the features, the cost. What should I buy? Now, it's all about execution. Can you actually get the product from there to here on time without a million problems? The ability to deliver, that's the new gold standard.
So, if the million-dollar question is who can deliver, then we've got to look at a specific answer being proposed: a strategic partnership with Pakistan. Let's break down exactly why this is being seen as such a powerful solution.
The whole argument for Pakistan as a go-to partner really rests on three main pillars. We're going to walk through each one. Its deep, real-world experience, its incredible location on the map, and its focus on creating stable, two-way trade relationships. First up, experience. We're not talking about companies that just started yesterday. These industries in Pakistan have been operating for decades, often in really complex environments. That experience has created suppliers who are incredibly adaptive, who are focused on just getting it done. Whether it's construction materials, industrial goods, or food, they know how to perform when the pressure is on. Second point, geography. I mean, just look at a map and it's obvious. Pakistan's location is a massive shortcut. It gives you faster, more direct access to huge markets across Asia, the Middle East, and Africa. And in a world where major shipping lanes are getting riskier by the day, being able to rely on a more direct route is a huge strategic win. And third, and this is a big one, this isn't a one-way street. Pakistan is also a major importer. That means you can build real, balanced, long-term partnerships, not just one-off deals. And when both sides have skin in the game, you get a much more stable and reliable relationship. It just makes sense. This quote is so on the money. When things get chaotic, who do you think survives? It's the people who have seen it all before. The resilience that Pakistan's private sector has developed isn't just a talking point. It's a real competitive advantage for any buyer who's tired of uncertainty. Okay, so the potential is obviously there. But how do you actually connect with these partners? How do you do it in a way that's reliable and secure? That brings us to the platform that makes it all happen, the CPECB, which stands for the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor Business Platform. So what is CPECB really? Yeah, it's the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor Business Platform. But forget the long name for a second. The key thing to remember is that it's a solution platform. Think of it less like a phone book and more like a matchmaker that's laser-focused on one thing, connecting you with the right, pre-vetted partner to solve your specific supply chain headache. Because, let's be real, when you're trying to find a new supplier on the other side of the world, what's the biggest hurdle? It's trust, right? And coordination. Can you really count on them? How do you manage all the details? That's the core problem everyone faces. And that's exactly what CPECB is designed to fix. It's the bridge over that trust gap. By carefully selecting its members, giving everyone digital tools to stay on the same page, and acting as a neutral guide, it just smooths out the whole process. Let's make this super practical. Imagine you're a contractor, your project deadlines are getting dangerously close, and your usual steel supplier is suddenly out of the picture. Instead of panicking, you go to CPECB. Bam! It connects you directly with a verified Pakistani manufacturer who can turn things around fast. Problem solved.
Or how about this? A food importer is staring at empty shelves because of a bad harvest somewhere else in the world. CPECB steps in and matches them with an experienced Pakistani agricultural exporter who already knows the ropes of international standards and logistics. That gap in the supply chain gets filled before it becomes a crisis. And one last one, you're a manufacturer and you can't get a critical chemical because the shipping lanes are a mess. The platform coordinates with producers and logistics teams in Pakistan to open up a new, reliable supply line. It's all about keeping your operations from grinding to a halt. So, if we boil it all down, why do buyers trust this platform? Because it's exclusive. It's a curated list of verified, experienced companies, not just random traders. It's secure, with tools to manage everything. It's neutral. CPECB itself isn't selling you anything. And it matches you based on exactly what you need. So let's bring this all home. What does this actually mean for you and your business? This is where we move from just understanding the problem to actually building the solution. Look, the path forward is actually pretty straightforward. Step 1, stop putting all your eggs in one basket. Diversify. Step 2, partner with people who have proven they can do the job, not just the ones with the lowest price tag. And step 3, use a platform that was literally built to make sure things get delivered. At the end of the day, it really comes down to this. In a world where the most important question is, who can still deliver, maybe the most powerful thing you can do is just clearly state what you need. Because waiting for things to go back to normal isn't a strategy. The real solution is to start building a stronger, more resilient future today. The partners are there, and the platform is ready to connect you.